This is just the same thing, right? Yeah. How are we gonna... Alright, you know what? Y'all are gonna have to wait here. Let's go. Let's do this, boys.
Asked for it.
Just gonna keep hitting them.
Take them down. Where that came from?
Whew. That went well. Alright, BioWare. Make us some money. This is gonna take a while. Alright, I have another choice here. Which way do we want to go? We'll grab all the mines. Oh man, we're gonna have so many mines. All right. I probably should save again. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Big room. I don't know what this room is called. Oh, this looks like the bridge, maybe. Primary power, bridge command, yeah. Okay, that's that. Access primary power. Switch secondary, view secondary. Supporting cloaking device. Huh. This is all the same stuff. Oh. Check the program called Shutdown. Overload. Okay. So now we can shut down stuff. This is bridge command. Can we shut down power systems? So secondary is supporting cloaking and docking hatch now. How do I shut that down? Huh. I'm missing something. I gotta be missing something here. Droid controller. Mandalorian heavy armor. Nice. I think we destroyed all the droids. This is just a circle. We've been everywhere here. Not missing anything in here, am I? Oh. No. Okay. So if I... Yeah, I can shut this down now. Turret defense is shut down. Droid controller is shut down. Containment still is shut down. Did something. I mean, I shut down the turret stuff. But again, I think we already destroyed everything. What am I missing here? I need to somehow find the secondary power. What do we have? Interior defense. Exterior. Audience chamber. Cells. Ebon Hawk. Torture room. Cells. I'm not seeing any. Yeah, I need to find a secondary power thing, power distribution. Is that what we need? Guess let's go back and look. Might have missed something somewhere. We didn't go this way.
Yeah?
I'm gonna hold off on leveling them up. They don't really need it right now. And I don't really feel like doing it. So. Yeah, this is just a big circle, like the U shape. I think we're just missing something. I think we need the power distribution thing. But where is that? Where would that be? Security console? Yeah, there's nothing here. Upgrade droid combat algorithm? Whoops. Does that make them harder? We've been through all this stuff. This is where we came in. I already had that one. Didn't I? Already had shut down. Check all this again. I think we checked them all, but nothing here. Yeah. Yeah. There wasn't anything in the chamber, was there? There was a couple droids in there, but they didn't come after me. Auxiliary console. Is this the backup? Power distribution. Yeah, everything's connected to the back, the secondary. Can we use that now? At the bridge console? Power distribution. Wait, what? Maybe it has to be at the console? I'm so lost here. Oh. Hey, minefield. That would have been useful. Primary power. Can't do anything there. System control. No, I still can't access it. Oh, duh. Shut down. Secondary power offline. Attached systems disabled. There we go. Multiple ships on intercept course.
More visitors. I don't know how many more of these pests I can disintegrate. Ah, what remains of the bounty hunters have found me. Now it is time to cue the detonation sequence.
The what now?
Tonos imaragith. Wanara orachi drumta sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Taranamo sibu indasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha.
Wait, what? Didn't y'all just say you wouldn't do this? We're gonna have to fight all the way to the ship.
Time to take you down the side.
Go Atten. Tearing it up with those lightsabers. Alright, let's go ahead and level these guys up now. I'm not really sure what to go into with him now. To be honest. I guess Flurry. Oops. Then we'll go destroy droid. You know what? Let's give him some stun stuff now. Then we should probably go ahead and buff. Alright. Assuming we gotta go back to the Ebon Hawk, which was up here. So we'll just go this way. Oh, hello.
More where that came from.
Where's BioWare at? Oh, he went this way. I got you, buddy.
Won't take long.
Hey, leave my friend alone.
Everyone's get this over with.
Adden's got it. He's handling himself. Let's get BioWare. I wish there was like a max heal where like you would heal one time and it would fill everybody up, but it like drained your force accordingly. That would be kind of cool. Wait, what? Oh, he didn't kill him.
Not again.
Okay, well, this should be easy.
Ladies, what you need is a man who understands the two of you and understands your needs.
You're a Jedi, Adden. Come on.
I was kind of hoping that mating with scruffy humans might have been the first on that list.
Come on, man.
Run? I didn't run from you two shuttas last time, and this time I'm gonna make sure you stay down.
Adden, getting a little upset there, buddy. Yeah, that was a lot easier. Twin spinning blade, Twi'lek spinning blade. Two of them. Both of them. Now we got. Let's get all of our stuff back. I mean, I kind of want to go through the whole ship again. Just to go kill everybody.
Time to even the odds. More where that came from.
Can we do that? Is there going to be anybody over here? No. Here there is. Let's go back. I want to see. Nice. I want to see what else. Who else is here? If anybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's all down there. Some more baddies. Maybe not. Oh, I think we're free and clear now. Yeah. Still getting lost in this place. Go ahead and level up. We're climbing through these levels. Where are we at now? 17? Let's go stasis. Because I don't suppose there's any bad guys down there, but didn't look like it. I'm going the wrong way. Crap. These guys are weird. I don't know. There's something's weird about them to me. Where's Adden? There he is. What the heck you doing, buddy? He's looking at those girls. Alright. I think we're out of here.
I can't believe we just blew up Goto's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is gonna be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Goto off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
How did you get on my ship?
I am afraid I do not understand what you mean.
How did you get on my ship? Why do I want the droid?
As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you.
You didn't say that.
Serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey.
Also, I don't work for you. How do I know it won't try to kill me?
I cannot harm you. You are the key to saving the Republic. Pray that you do not prove yourself otherwise.
Why don't I just destroy it? He has special powers over droids and cannot set off mines. G0T0. Goto? Is Goto just a droid? I don't want your help.
It was not a request. Any attempt to interfere with my duties would be unfortunate. As much as I need you, you will find you will need me as well, and this droid will prove useful on your journey.
I really don't want it. Alright, let's get back to Nar Shaddaa.
So, you have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
Why did Kavar think I would return?
I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we faced.
Never noticed he has earrings.
The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know.
Why me?
He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding.
Have questions.
No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long.
First of all, why did you cut me off from the Force?
Is that what you think? We did no such thing, but it is a technique that has been used as punishment in the past, yes. It is a rare sentence, and to my knowledge it has only been done once, at a moment where a Jedi discipline has failed. What caused your loss, I fear, was different. I am not certain I understand it. We did not understand it fully then, and only recently do I feel we may have become enlightened. The other masters may have more knowledge of this, but I do not, and I do not know if they even live. Does it matter? It seems your power has returned. Perhaps the loss was not a loss at all.
Have other questions.
What I can tell...
Where are all the Jedi?
They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life, or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information, without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of Kavar's plan.
What plan?
Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. I do not know where they wander now. There are few of us, though. Too few. And I have not heard from them in some time.
Atris is on Telos.
Atris? But I had thought she had gone to Qatar with the others.
Sound surprised.
Yes, she holds the last of the Jedi teachings. It is good she survived.
Alright, more questions.
Very well.
This might be a little bit longer of a video, because I want to get through this before we end. So what happened to the Jedi?
It is a long story, but there is no harm in you knowing. And someone should know. Only a handful of us remained after the Jedi Civil War, barely 100 in number. Then, even that 100 began to vanish, in places where the Force seemed blind. The only pattern we determined is that when Jedi gathered, they were seen no more. At the last Jedi conclave on the Miraluka world of Qatar, the entire planet was wiped out, an entire race destroyed, because the Jedi chose to gather there. It was only then that we realized we were facing something far more powerful than we knew how to fight.
Is that why you hid?
We could not allow the fact that when we gathered, we placed everything around us at risk. A Jedi's life is sacrifice, but we cannot
But that's not
allow
sacrifice.
our presence or actions to endanger others. And we cannot fight an enemy that will not reveal itself. But any Jedi, anyone who is strong in the Force, who attempted to track down such a threat, vanished without a trace.
Tell me about the threat. Well, we know it's Visa's master, right?
I know little about it. I know more of the absence it leaves behind than its face. Whatever this threat was, it was targeting us and everything around us. Yet it was somehow weak enough that it was afraid to confront us openly. If it believed us defeated, then perhaps it would finally show itself. It was a faint hope, but it was the best we had. It was Kavar's plan. He was always the greatest tactician among us, and had seen war more than the rest of us.
Alright, other questions?
Very well.
Why did you cast me out of the Order?
We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order.
Oh, really?
Because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled, and if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know.
Okay.
Very well.
So they were afraid of seeing me without the Force? Why are you on Nar Shaddaa?
I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered.
That's not the only reason, though. You came here to hide.
No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa.
Because there's just so many people, or what?
This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing.
And you were afraid.
To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. To be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth. But there is more than that. On Nar Shaddaa, one cannot escape what was left from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulic, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun, as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulic Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force, a wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream. You can hear it echo on Nar Shaddaa, sometimes when the moon is on orbit. It is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. And I think that maybe, perhaps, to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important in the Council Chamber long ago, Exile, and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did. Everything you did.
Well, I'm glad I could be of help.
Very well.
At the end of my trial, you and the other masters said something had happened to me. What was that?
Ah, so the records of your trial were found. Good. Sometimes I think this galaxy would be a better place if there were less Jedi secrets.
Of course.
I have no answer for you, as much as I would like to give one. We vowed never to speak of it, and although I would not keep promises to Jedi, I keep promises I make to others. And Kavar was a friend. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I can say nothing.
Alright.
Very well.
You know anything of Force bonds and how to end them? Because we have that bond with Kreia.
Yes, such bonds are a connection that can be formed at moments of crisis, or in the slow understanding that grows between master and apprentice. It is most common between two beings who are sensitive to the Force. It allows the transmission of feelings, of influence. It was something you were gifted with, as I recall, before your fall. You formed such attachments easier than most, even to those who could feel the Force only faintly. Even Vrook could not ignore it, which is saying something.
Is there a way to remove the bond?
I do not know. A bond between two living beings is not something easily broken. It is not a choice. It is like breaking a feeling, like turning away from the Force. To break a bond, your feelings would have to change, or one of you would have to die. But even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty. A wound.
I think that's everything.
Very well.
Really?
Yes, it was.
So what happens now?
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them.
Your students, your disciples, were taught to protect innocence, even when you would not. It's kind of a rude thing to say, but it's true.
No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan.
Yeah, because it's never their fault.
For Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me. So I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
I don't want to fight you. Yeah, I urge you to reconsider. For all the failings of the Jedi, there have been so many successes. Like Revan.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed.
Is there anything you can teach me?
But we have spoken enough, I think. In words I think dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This Xian form should prove appropriate. Its best use is when you are outnumbered, which I fear suits our predicament perfectly. You will find it easier to deflect blaster fire with this form, and it shall also guard you against critical strikes by your opponents.
Okay. Like this?
Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Okay, guys. We got the Xian form, blaster deflect. Okay, that's cool. I think now is a good time to take a break. We got a lot done there. I'm concerned that once we leave this area, we will run into another bug. But I'll find out when I record next time. And then I will let you all know how it goes. Let's go ahead and save real quick. We're on docks, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was pretty cool. Goto's ship rescuing Mitra, doing all that stuff. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. And we'll see you next time. Take care.